What's up, guys? It's Coach Matt with our Friday deload weekday number 5. Let's begin with 3 rounds through of our warm-up. It's going to be a 200-meter jog, and then I want you to grab either a PVC pipe or a barbell. Maybe start with the PVC pipe and then work your way up to a barbell. As we go through, you're going to do a little bit of a warm-up complex to get ready for some of the stuff we're doing in the workout. Begin with some front rack stretching. So the goal here is the bar in contact with the shoulders and my elbows projecting forward away from my body. So I'm working on that forward extension of the elbow, external rotation of the shoulder. And you can do either arm, you can do it behind your neck, you can do both arms at the same time, but go 15 to 20 seconds. And then we're gonna get through this little warm-up complex. It's gonna be front squat 2 times, and then push press 2 times, return behind the neck, good morning 2 times, and then back squat 2 times. After that, we're gonna go down to the hips and we're gonna get 4 reps of a muscle clean. So muscle clean is a single hip extension and following the bar path of the clean, okay? So still try to get momentum out of the hips when we do that, but what we're not doing is moving the feet or pulling back underneath like that. That would have been a power clean, all right? So we're keeping it to a single hip extension and pulling the bar real close to the body, elbows out and high on the way up, okay? We'll get through that little sequence 3 times, and then we'll set up for a Romanian deadlifts. Romanian deadlifts, you can either do these from the floor or from the J hooks. But the main difference on the RDLs is that my hips stay high, so my knees do not bend to allow the bar to hit the ground, right? So normally our pattern on the deadlift is that from the top down, I hinge at the hips, keeping the bar in contact with the legs with a nice neutral spine. When the bar gets to my knees, then my knees bend to accommodate that back angle, making sure my back angle stays constant. On the RDL, my back angle just continues to increase as I go towards that maximum extension of the hamstrings, and I get a lot bigger stretch out of that big muscle on the backside of my legs. That's the hamstring, okay? So we're doing 4 sets of 8 deadlifts. Percentage is a little bit higher because we are still maintaining our volume percentage for our RDLs. 60 to 70% should be relatively difficult, especially as we go through that like 3rd and 4th round. When you're done with that, we'll take the weights down to a reasonable level. I have 95-65 listed because that's usually like our on the light side of the weights, but make sure you set it up so it's appropriate for you. And then you just need a little spot of ground to do the rest of this stuff. So it's gonna be every minute on the minute, 4 times through, 5 different stations. Station number 1 is active down dog for 30 seconds. So plant those feet about shoulder width apart, and then with my arms straight, I'm shrugging up until my ears go past my arms, and you notice I got my knees bent because my hamstrings are not quite flexible enough to get into a good down dog position with my knees straight. So I'm pushing my body down past my arms, all right? 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. When you finish that, we're gonna do somewhere between 4 and 8 reps. I'm giving you some leeway here. If you wanna do 4 and then you feel like, that's a good amount at 95 pounds, or if you wanna do 75 pounds and do 8, whatever you want to do. But ground to overhead could be clean and jerk, or it could be a snatch, right? Either way, whatever you want to do, ground to overhead and with that same barbell, okay? Next one is going to be another bodyweight ground exercise, so hollow hold. So I'm in my hollow body, letting my back relax or arch away from the ground. Next one, back to my barbell. So this one I'm gonna do 8 reps of my bent over barbell row. So bar in this top of the, or bottom of the deadlift position, rowing to my chest. After I get 8 reps of that barbell row, I'm gonna jump it up to my shoulders, and I'm gonna do 6 reps of a push press. So dip, drive, press 6 times, all right? Then bar goes back to the ground. And our last one is prone angel. So this is a rotator cuff exercise. It's also just for posture muscles in the middle back. And I'm gonna go from my grounded position. I'm reaching up overhead and then swiveling and getting my hands behind my back. Reach up overhead, swiveling, hands behind my back for 30 seconds. Trying to float my hands, say like 1 inch to 2 inches off the ground at all times. And you should feel a really good shoulder burn by the time you get to the end of those prone angels, all right? And that is it for this deload week Day number 5, tomorrow, Saturday, will be a either deload or not deload day that you choose how intense you want it to be, okay? All right, have a great one. I'll see you guys on Saturday.